What up, y'all? Back again. These are just some photos from Australia, old world Australia, coming at you live. These are from early 1800s and before. Most are no longer standing as they were demolished to make way for New World architecture, which has nothing on this stuff, but they had to get rid of these monstrosity palaces, or else you would eventually catch on that they weren't built for people our size and that we couldn't build them today. Australia has some amazing structures, or they did at one time. They still do, but what you're going to continually see is this stuff is getting destroyed, and we're unable to replace it. It's irreplaceable. And it's a shame because this architecture is amazing. And a lot of people would say, well, we could build those today. It's not financially savvy. But that's not the case, y'all. It doesn't matter what kind of money you throw at these buildings. You couldn't build them today. And when you do look at the structures we do build, now you're talking about hundreds, centuries before these buildings were even built is what we are at today from that. And we can't even come close. When we build things where we have all kind of banisters and ornamentary roofs and things like that, it is so generic, so cheesy, and so faux and fake material that it's ridiculous. It has no comparison to this stuff. This stuff was full on, heavy, real, whatever it was, whether it was brick, granite, gold, silver, whatever kind of, bronze or copper, quartz, all of these different materials. They used it raw, and they cut it out as if, listen, that they were just having fun, y'all. They were doing this as if it was just fun, because you wouldn't be able to spend that kind of time on the roof of some building that's going to be a post office, okay, or something like that. And I think a lot of folks out there have never actually done any type of construction. And when you have been out there, I have done several aspects of construction, and you get to really truly see what we are made of, or what we are capable of, and what we are not. And it kind of hits home and hits your reality real hard, real fast when you see something like this. And you also see what it takes for us just to build a 3-story apartment building or something. And it is trash. And I'm not saying anything about who we are or what era we're living in, but it is literally trash though when compared to this. We don't build anything with any kind of beauty like this, y'all. This is not from this realm. It's like buildings that were dropped off from heaven, y'all. And then they got age to them because, of course, if the millennial kingdom ended, it's going to be covered with sin again, right? So the 1,000-year reign and the 7 times the sunlight, and the glory of God is off of these things. But they did more than just, these things shined in a different way and with a different passion during those kingdom years. They did not even look like this. First of all, they weren't sunk in the mud. They had some sort of antiquitech to them that energized them, that gave them a vibration, y'all. And they weren't clock towers. There was other mechanisms in there that were dismantled. These bell towers, these organs, and these cathedrals and things, stained glass. These were all antiquitech. These these antenna spires that used to pull down electricity from ether that turned into flagpoles later. These dome buildings we can't even begin to build today. And they're all over the place. I mean, we're talking about in Australia now, they're telling us that the prisoners, right, that were dropped off from the English on the island of Australia way back when, that was one of the World's Fairs there, by the way, that they built the same stuff, these prisoners from Australia that were dropped off in Australia, or from England, they were dropped off in Australia. That's the narrative we've been given. Thank you. Give me a like, subscription. Peace. We out.